Ho, ho, ho.
Hey everybody, Simistic this here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today I went to a brand new store, a store I've never been to before, one that actually just opened up in North Wales, Pennsylvania. It's called the Vinyl Closet. Now there is a little bit of a story to go with what I bought today, so I'll say it to you now. I was at one of my local thrift stores, and I'm just looking through all the vinyl records, and I'm really looking through them just to simply see if I can find any Laserdiscs, because if you're into collecting Laserdiscs, when you go to a thrift store or a pawn shop or anything like that, it's a good idea to look through the vinyl records, because a lot of times when these stores get in Laserdiscs, they'll just stick them with the vinyl records because they look like they are records. I mean, they don't know. They're not saying, they're not picking out, they're not looking at every title going, oh, is this a record or is this a Laserdisc? No, they just shove them all in the same place. So I'm looking through them, seeing if I can find any Laserdiscs. I didn't find any, unfortunately. But as I'm looking through it, a guy walks up to me and he goes, oh, I see you're looking through the vinyl. I just opened up a new vinyl store. And I thought, oh, okay, this guy's just trying to get me to come to his store. So I go, oh, sorry, I was just looking through vinyl to see if there's any Laserdiscs. I don't collect records. I have no interest in records really. And he goes, Laserdiscs? I actually have a couple of those at my store. So at this point, my interest is piqued, and I'm like, awesome. So he tells me about the store and says, he just opened it up, gave me his card, gave me the address and everything. So after work, I ran out there. Unfortunately, there was only 5 Laserdiscs to look through, 2 which I'm about to show you, and the other 3 were episodes of Mission Impossible. I never watched Mission Impossible, never got into the show, and even if I was in the show, I'd really want the seasons and not, I wouldn't really have any interest in just like a couple, I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes per Laserdisc. I didn't really have any interest in those. I wasn't going to get those even if I did like the show. So I passed on those, but they also had a big shelf full of VHS tapes, and they were all marked at 75 cents each, which isn't the greatest price. I think he maybe should come down like 25 cents. I think if he was at 50 cents it'd be better, but on the plus side, if you buy 10, you get them for 50 cents, so that's a pretty good deal. So I ended up getting 10 new titles of VHS and 2 new Laserdiscs, and here they are. I'll start off first by showing you all the VHS tapes I picked up. First one I grabbed was Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. Now I already have this on DVD, but I had to pick this up because of the fantastic cover art. I mean, just look at that. That is beautiful. The hockey mask there, the glowing eyes. This was a no-brainer. Definitely had to pick this one up. Had to add this one to my VHS collection. The artwork is in pristine condition, looks like it's never been touched. This I had to buy. Then another title just for collecting purposes was Dracula. This, I've always loved this cover art. I just always thought that was great. I mean, it's the poster cover. That is just fantastic. I'm really trying to get all the classic Monster Collection VHS tapes. I have a couple of them now, but not a ton of them. Really looking forward to getting some more of these because this just looks great. Love this artwork. The next title I picked up has only ever been released at VHS and never on DVD, and that is My Grandpa is a Vampire. This one I wasn't quite sure to make of when I picked it up. I didn't know if I wanted to get this or not, because I didn't know if it was going to be kind of cheesy and kiddie and goofy and just not much fun at all, or if it was going to be a decent story. So I looked up reviews on it when I got home. Apparently this is a great watch, so I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. It stars Al Lewis, better known as Grandpa Munster from the Munsters. So this should be a fun watch. Really looking forward to checking this one out. Hope it's as good as everybody says. The next title I picked up was Mothra. This I had to get. I absolutely love the Toho movies. And the only Mothra movies I actually own are the ones that are featured in the Godzilla movies, so I don't actually have any standalone Mothra movies, so really want to pick this up. Very much looking forward to seeing this. I'm sure it's going to be just as good as all the great cheeseball Godzilla movies. Really looking forward to checking this one out. The next title I picked up, I don't know what to think of this one. This one's pretty weird, but I had to get it, and that was Robo Chick. That is Robo C-H-I-C. Now, the reason why I question this one is because right there, PG-13. Now, if this was rated R, I wouldn't question it at all. I would assume it's going to be just a, big ball of cheese. It's a great R-rated 80s, just weird sci-fi mix. Probably lots of boobs and cursing and explosions and gunplay. Sounds good to me. But PG-13, that makes me wonder, what is this going to be? Because it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be pretty gritty. And, obviously there's going to be no nudity, I don't think. And I don't know what to make of this. It's probably not going to be as cheesy as I want, or it's going to be cheesy but not in like a fun sort of way. That's what I'm scared of. So we're looking forward to checking this one out. It does get mixed reviews. Some reviews were really bad. Some say this movie is just horrible. And then I also saw some other reviews say, it is pretty cheesy and pretty goofy, but like in a good way. So I'm not sure what to make of this. Really looking forward to checking it out though. I hope it's good. I'm just hoping it's a great big ball of cheese. even though it's not R-rated, you know, PG-13, I just don't know, but looking forward to checking it out. The next title I grabbed, simply getting for collecting purposes, I already have this one on DVD, and that is Phantasm. Just getting this for the great artwork. It's not much different than the recent DVD artwork that was released, but really like it. Really want to have this one on VHS as well. Very happy to add it to the collection. The next title I picked up, I am really looking forward to seeing. I have not seen this since I was a little kid. I really don't remember anything about it. Never released a DVD, only on VHS, and that is Josh and Sam. Now, I completely forgotten this movie even existed. It wasn't until I picked up this VHS tape and looked at the cover art and read the synopsis that some of it started coming back to me. Unfortunately, I don't really remember what the story was about, and I don't really remember the movie much, but I do remember bits and pieces of the trailer that used to play when I was a young kid. So this, I'm really looking forward to seeing, simply because it's part of my childhood, and I don't really remember the movie very much. This should be a fantastic watch. I'm sure I'm going to love this. The last VHS title I picked up is actually a collection of 3 titles. Unfortunately, the artwork isn't in the best shape. I mean, it's not banged up too much. It's still looking pretty good, but it's not perfect. But I've really wanted to get this for a while now, so I had to pick it up, and that is the Star Wars trilogy. This is awesome. This little top comes off here. There are all the tapes. It has these little flaps that open up. This is just really cool. Very happy to finally get a copy of this. You know, only paid, what, $1.50 for it, which isn't a bad deal at all. So very happy to get this. You know, it's in pretty good condition. It's got, you know, it's a little banged up. For the most part, it's looking beautiful. Very happy to add this one to the collection. So that's it for the VHS I picked up. So now onto the 2 lasers I grabbed. And the first one I picked up was Peter Pan. This is the 45th anniversary, fully restored, limited edition release, which includes the You Can Fly making of Peter Pan. So very cool. Love the artwork. I mean, it's great, all gold and shiny there. A big fan of this movie. Love it. Anytime I come across a Disney title on Laserdisc, that is awesome. So had to get this. It was only 75 cents. Great deal. And the last Laserdisc I grabbed, also for only 75 cents, was The Commitments. Now this I've never seen. I know nothing about it. It's a complete blind buy. However, the owner of the store said it's a great movie, plus the synopsis, it sounded pretty interesting. Sounded like it'd be a good movie. So for 75 cents on Laserdisc, had to pick it up. It gets great reviews online. I'm sure it'll be a good watch. So that's it for what I bought today, so now it's what I watched. And the first title I checked out was The Vandals, Ode to the World, live in concert. Now for those of you who don't know who The Vandals are, I'm sorry to hear that. They're a fantastic California punk band, one of my all-time favorite bands. And a few years ago, they put out a Christmas album. It's really good, actually. It's not a bunch of covers. It's actually their own original Christmas music. It's pretty funny. Great album. And every year, they do a live concert where they play all their songs, all the Christmas songs from the album, plus a few other their more popular songs. And this is just one of the shows. If you like the band, this is a great watch. It's a great concert. The sound quality is actually really good. Video quality is pretty good as well. It's like being there watching one of their concerts. I absolutely love it. There's not too much to say about this, as simply it is just a live concert. It is great. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, they do cover the entire Christmas album, every song off it, plus a bunch, again, other great, you know, they're more bigger hits, the ones fans really love to hear. So this is a great, great live concert DVD. If you're a fan of the Vandals, if you love great punk music, definitely check this one out. And the last title I watched tonight was The Magic of Christmas, The Merriest Place in the World, Walt Disney World. I was expecting more out of this one. Now, it is only 20 minutes long, which is kind of ridiculous because you can only get this in the Disney parks. And they're pretty expensive. I think this was like a $25 to $30, something like that, title. So that's a lot of money for something that's like 20 minutes. And again, I was expecting more. I thought it was going to be more of like a souvenir kind of DVD where it really showcases all the great Christmas stuff that goes on in Disney World. Like, they would really get into the parade and all the lights and all the fireworks and all the stuff that really goes on at Christmas. That's what I was expecting. Instead, this is just about a 20-minute commercial. It's basically, it starts off with Santa Claus sitting there, and he starts to read a letter that was sent to him by a little girl who says she loves Disney World so much, you know, of course. And Santa starts to, you know, write back saying, oh, he loves Disney too, and, you know, all his pals at Disney World, obviously talking about Mickey and Donald and Goofy and everybody. You know, he's talking about all his pals there, and then it goes into, you know, Disney World, and it shows them, you know, Mickey and all the guys, the entire gang, setting up for the Christmas celebration. And it doesn't really go into what they do there very much. It just sort of says, oh, there's a really cool parade, shows you like 5 seconds of that, and oh, there's a really cool light show, and they show you 5 seconds of that. It's basically just, you know, really quickly them saying, oh, if you go here, you can see this, and you can see that, 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 and they don't really get into it at all, which really bummed me out. I was hoping for maybe like full-length parades and, you know, the fireworks, and just them really making this a great souvenir DVD where you can remember the greatness of, you know, your trip to Walt Disney World during Christmas. That would have been really cool. Instead, this is just a really expensive you know, really expensive commercial to buy for yourself or your kids or whatever. I mean, it's kind of lame. I would definitely not recommend picking this one up. If you're a huge fan of the parks, maybe. I mean, I'm a big fan of Walt Disney World. I love the Walt Disney World Park. Well, all 4 parks down there. I'm a huge fan. So getting this, you know, for me, I'm happy I have this, but it's not good. That's the downfall. It's like, you know, as a fan of the parks, I'm glad I have it in my collection, but, you know, just in itself, it's a pretty bad release, and I would definitely not recommend it to just the average fan of the parks or just somebody who thought maybe, oh, maybe this would be cool. No, it's not cool. It's pretty lame. So, yeah, it's not worth seeing. It was a, you know, waste of my 20 minutes. I was really let down by this. They do show you stuff from Walt Disney World, from, I guess back then it was probably called MGM, but now it's the, Disney Hollywood Studios, and Epcot, I guess, when they were filming this, because that's another thing too. This is from 2005. That's when this release came out and was made. It even says the end, copyright 2005. All the video for this is definitely from the early 90s. Everybody's dressed very early 90s. None of this is like from the, you know, from the 2000s at all. This is from very long ago was all this filmed. So I'm sure when they filmed any of this, the Animal Kingdom had not existed yet. So for something that's copyright 2005, they sure shot this a hell of a long time ago. So again, it's just not worth checking out. I can't say I recommend it, especially for the price you're paying. I mean, if this was like 10 bucks, maybe I would say, yeah, maybe pick it up. I don't know, I guess. Not really though, because it's not very good. But for the price you're paying for this in the park, it's really not worth it. It's, you know, it should be longer. It should really showcase more of what goes on. It should just be a great souvenir DVD instead of a little 20-minute commercial that just cost you a hell of a lot of money. So I can't recommend it. Don't pick it up. So that's it for what I bought when I watched today. Very happy that I decided to stop in that thrift store today, because if I hadn't gone in there, that guy never would have stopped me to tell me about his new store. And granted, you know, he was just looking for business and whatnot, but still, I'm very glad he told me about the store, because I ended up getting 10 new VHS tapes and 2 new Laserdiscs for a total of $6.50. That's a pretty good deal. I got some really good titles in there as well. And the owner was really, really nice. He actually put the Laserdisc aside for me, so when I came in that night, I could check him out. He put him aside so nobody else could look at him. I could be the first to check him out. Also, when I was in there, he offered me a cup of coffee. He asked what kind of music I was into and put some Dead, you know, I told him I was into punk music. He put some Dead Milkman records on for me, which is a really good Philadelphia punk band. So he was just really kind, really nice. I definitely recommend this store. Again, it's called the Vinyl Closet. It's in North Wales, Pennsylvania. If you're there, definitely check it out. You know, if you're into vinyl, it's a really good store too. There's, I mean, a huge vinyl section, a lot of really good obscure stuff in there too. And it's really well priced as well. So definitely check it out. You know, also, like I said, they have a good VHS section too. A lot of interesting titles. There's actually a lot of stuff I didn't pick up that I really wanted to get. So I'll probably go in there, maybe once I get back from Disney World, I'll stop in there again and pick up some more VHS tapes. Also watching Vandals, Ode to the World, live in concert. It's a great concert DVD. I love the Vandals. I love the Christmas music. It's a great watch. And unfortunately, The Magic of Christmas, The Merriest Place in the World, Walt Disney World, I can't recommend that. It's a 20-minute commercial. It's really bad. Not worth checking out, especially not for the price you pay for it. Oh well. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what I bought and what I watch tomorrow. See ya.